Greetings and welcome to my dear Leo. This is Ron from Tarot of the Twin Sun. Welcome to the channel. Tarot of the Twin Sun is a functional division within the order of the Twin Sun. So we'll go ahead and begin with a singularity reading for the fifth house, the energy of Leo. Okay, and we'll pull from the ether certain modes of karma that may exist in a specific way. So this does not have to resonate for you. But if it does, please use the advice given or the guidance given in order to instrumentalize a way of doing things or a way of not doing things. Please use your discernment. I do wish you the very best in terms of the content and resonance with the reading. We'll go ahead and begin. Fifth house is open. Okay. Okay. So there's a quest for empowerment here. Empowerment in the face of adversity, moving forward into structures of cooperation with others is on the cards, and karma is showing that there's a possibility that you may be negotiating something of an emotional indebtitude, an emotional investment. But it's that you're being offered something, and I think you may be questioning some of the conditions within the offer. Okay, from a structure that is either higher up or on the same plane. Could be that you are orchestrating also some form of new project that requires the attention of others. You could be overseeing it. There's also something about this project or this connection that involves cooperation that is uncalled for, and perhaps you are striking out to be more independent in that case. Let's see here. There's a rise to power that involves coming into strength, but more through hard work and good virtue. Okay, your virtues will bring you to a place of tension with others, but you will be able to transcend any of the limitations that you have self-imposed, or that something about you is willing to let the cards fall as they may, as you become a purveyor of truth. Okay, truth. And you won't know this until you've gone through the experience. This involves a lot of thinking, but also a way of not fighting what is trying to be made, okay? Which is a type of cooperation, okay? But at a cost. It's going to require a lot of work. And once again, you must read the fine print when it comes to the structures that are being sort of created. Okay, what is the maker of it? Who has its making? Are you working with others, and is it seemingly falling flat? Okay, if this is so, there is a possibility for you to release any anger that might result from that and rise to a type of truth, okay, a type of communicative truth that is retroactive in nature and quite cold, if you ask me, which is not a bad thing. It's very logical, okay? So let's move on. So we're moving into the singularity. This is essentially a spread that looks into the past, present, future of the karmas that may exist for the energy of Leo in the month of mid-May 2021. Mercury and the 11. Okay. Okay, so two things. One, the Seven of Rods in reverse. Number two, the Nine of Rods in the reverse. Okay. This speaks to me of letting loose products of the mind, letting those disintegrate in their own energy. Okay, so the falling of planetary influence into the pit of the earth. Okay, and burying that, in order to see how we are all a product of change, and a type of time capsule emerges out of this reading so far. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, good. So once again, there is a type of retroactive energy. The past is and the future are retroactive in nature. They look with the energy of fire into the past. Okay, in order to understand how things have been brought about, and you become wise out of this, looking back. Okay, yet what crowns you at the moment, or at least crowns the energy of Leo, is something Taurian, okay, tied to the second house. So this has to do with being resourceful in some sort of way. Your resourcefulness in projects or relationships, or anything that has to do with connectivity with others that is grounded and practical, is coming into question here, and the method is becoming either Saturnian or Venusian in nature. Okay, with these two planets, there is harmony, and one feeds the other. Um, there's an ability to essentially evolve and to be gifted over time, the duration of time, if there is patience, in a retroactive way. Retroactive meaning you can look back and see the fruits of your merit. Okay. Mm. Currently, for the energy of Leo, the Tower emerges. Okay, Tower is not always a bad thing. It does represent ego. It does represent power structures that are based on Saturnian design. Okay, Saturn coming into play, and with Saturn, there's a shakeup through the energy of Uranus. With this chaos, disorder, seeming power deficiencies occur. It's not to say that you are powerless. Okay, there's something here that involves the sun's energy, Uranus energy, in order to situate oneself and understand the method of your own self-practice. Okay, in relation to externalized worlds, the 10th house. Okay, what comes out of society, how things are falling around you. Okay, or perhaps within, if this is more a battle within, how things are being restructured in terms of your own self-authority, your own self-empowerment, your own legitimacy. Okay, and this is coming into question, whatever place it may take, either without or within. Two influences here: one, the energy of Gemini; the other, the energy of Cancer. Both dealing with dualism. Okay, ways of knowledge and understanding knowledge, or dualistic forms of thought, binary systems. Okay, and making the choice between them. Okay, there are two things that you have been dealing with in terms of that. One is mercurial in nature, one is influenced by the moon. Okay, yet both of them have the energy, at least from what I'm seeing, of the choice that results from inner fire, the ability to understand information, okay, and to digest that information from the outer world, to process it within, and to make it food for thought, okay, or to make it some sort of to make an understanding of this tower energy, okay. Now, with all of this Aquarian energy revolving around Gemini and Cancer in the major arcana here within the center, there is major change going on. Change and revolution that would help you move from the 6 to the 7, okay? So from choice into forward movement, cardinal energy, through a sense of being guided by others, or you essentially leading a sort of pack of dualism, a pack of paths. Okay, I see two paths that are being sort of united by this sort of regal energy. Okay, coming into it, a sense of power by losing power. Ironically, okay, so losing power is gaining power in a way. Okay, and that's what I'm seeing. So there's this forward movement, okay, on multiple paths that exist out of the disorder, one involving the future, one involving the past, okay. The past has been a burden, and there is certainly a closing off of some sort of cycle of desire, okay. This is a good thing. At the same time, it is sort of your Christ cross, okay. And this is a difficulty considering the gateway in which you're walking through in the past has been a sense of empowerment, and you have been guided in order to lead through that path. It was ritualistic in nature. Yet, in the future, there is a possibility of a new beginning, one that you have been idealizing, either in two modes: one, the mode of stagnation, or two, the mode of conscious and stamina fueled slowness, okay? And this slowness is eventually eventuating into a type of reality that is gifted to the energy of the sun, okay, in its relation to Uranus, in its relation to Saturn, okay? One thing that I would recommend is to embrace some of the more subconscious or emotional undertones that color the situation, that revolve around the influence of intuition, okay, intuitive practice becoming very important, either through the energy of sacrifice or through the energy of nurture, okay, to nurture in this new beginning that should be a golden delight for you. Um, what is new beginning? What is it? What is it about? Okay, it revolves around the maturity uh, of the mother and her place within it, that revolves around, okay, a choice between two things: to shift one's energy from the Queen of Rods, so excuse me, the Queen of Pentacles into the Queen of Rods, or to move forward once again into the Eight of Rods, but this time in reverse. There's something about you that is questioning possibly a gateway that you have opened, okay, now is closed, that is revolving around how your interaction with this gateway, this person, place, or thing, this relationship, this path of life, this choice, okay, that you're trying to understand how you have constructed it, how you have brought it about. And the more you ruminate on its chaos or disorder, the more you realize you have become empowered by losing it, okay, by losing the power, okay. And this is what this coming about um, is sort of reinforcing the idea of loss, okay, loss either through others who may have had power over you, or perhaps through your own self empowerment, to let that loose in order to bring in the gateway. Okay, the gateway will lead to the Ace of Pentacles and will help you to understand why things have been slow in a process, especially when it comes to things that have ended. Okay. Um, yeah, fairly stretched, fairly long, but what the cards are telling me is essentially there is a way of thinking that um, may have been escapist or dreamy in some sort of way. Okay, this dream has led to a peace of mind but also a type of an understanding that is parallel to the experiences you have accrued. Okay, if there's been any stagnation, it is tied to the energy of Aries as well as Libra, that axis of war, trying to avoid systems of conflict and also ways of finding peace within that, okay, moving on. Yet there is this still strong, very retroactive look in the past and the present, one dealing more with desire in the future, how your desires are brought in this current state of chaos, but also um, a sense of authority, demandingness that comes from the past. All right, that is what I have for the energy of Leo. I do wish you well. Thank you. Bye bye.